When I did the chocolate-coated cheese project, someone mentioned it'd be quite interesting to have chocolate-coated sausages, and it made me realise, well, why not? Because you know what? What's the worst things we could coat in chocolate? So let's begin the experimentation. I've freshly melted this chocolate. I over-microwaved it. If you over-microwave it, it goes liquid and all nice, and then it suddenly goes hard again. Not sure the science behind that, but I presume it's burning. I've got tortilla chips, that's reasonable enough. I've got cheese puffs here. I've got little bits of sausage, entire chipolata type sausages, and some glazed cherries, and for that after 8 mint look I've got bits of processed cheese, which I'll just place on this sheet of printer paper, which is as hygienic a surface as any, I guess. It's certainly up to my standards. Maybe not up to the standards of Chef Excellence, but up to my standards, and that's what counts here. So I've also got a couple of glazed cherries here, a couple of which I've washed because the one's covered in syrupy type stuff, and I'll try the syrupy one last in case it messes up the chocolate more than I've messed it up already. I'm also going to be using my proprietary copper chocolate dipping tools, which I've enhanced further by soldering with lead-based solder for that proper kitchen, result. So let's start by dipping one of these chipolata type sausages, and because I've completely nuclear blasted the chocolate, it's going to be putting quite a thick coating on. I don't think there's any choice. I think the chocolate has been destroyed. That looks like a large turd. Oh well. So off comes that. Badly. And then I'll try doing little bits of mini chipolata in case an entire chipolata is just overwhelming, which I think it probably is going to be overwhelming when it's dipped in chocolate. So yeah, this chocolate is going to coat everything super ultra thickly. But then such are my culinary skills. I think I'll do another chipolata, since we've got plenty of chocolate anyway. Strangely enough, I don't think there are any recipes on the internet for dipping sausages in chocolate. This might be for a reason. Okay, let's try a bit of cheese. This cheese is just not going to stay on this. It's just, in fact it's cracking. This isn't going to work. Good. That's what we like, things that fail horribly. Oh, this is just not going to work. I'm going to end up with heavily cheese contaminated chocolate. Like an after 8 mint, but really not very minty, more cheesy. Oh, and also I notice the oil is liberating from the cheese. This is not going well. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh, yep. Anyway, yep, that didn't work. So that rules out processed cheese, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping for the full-on cheesy after 8 mint type experience. Let's try a cheesy puff. That's better because it's not going to liberate grease everywhere. I'm probably not going to be able to tell the difference between the cheesy puff and the sausage until I bite it. Oh, that sounds strangely perverted. Yeah, the cheesy puff looks just like sausage now. Talking of which, I'll do another little bit of sausage, because that is what this primarily is about. Chocolate chipolatas. Proof that chocolate doesn't always make everything taste nice. I'm going to do a glazed cherry. And once this is all set and hardened, I'll continue the video in what they actually taste like and whether making chocolate chipolatas was a good idea or not, because you never know, it might actually be a really good idea. The glazed cherries I'm not sure about, because I do like chocolate coated cherries. Particularly the ones where they kind of heat them up and then they sort of shrink back down again, I think is how they do it, and you end up with sort of liquid cherry inside as well, which is quite nice. The sort of natural cherry liqueurs with real cherry. Another cheesy puff. Let's try a smaller cheesy puff here. And then the rest of it's going to be, I'm going to be trying to partially dip I think my chances of entirely dipping tortillas is low. So, oh, I've got chocolate all over the bench. That's okay. I can think of worse things like huge lithium skid marks. Let's try the glazed cherry with the syrup on it in case it does actually work. I'm not 100% sure. This is straight out the jar of glazed cherries. It's kind of taking the chocolate. And that just leaves one more little bit of the chipolata. Oh, I'm really scraping the bottom here. I'm going to have to get the tortilla chips into this soon. I'm pretty sure that someone will have done chocolate-coated tortilla chips. It's absolutely bound to have been done. Someone may well have tried the chocolate-coated bits of wafer-thin cheese and failed as well as I did. Righto, let's yeah, this isn't going to end well. Oh. Right, yeah, that's not working, is it? They're just as robust when you dip them in dips. Rightio, that's as far as I'm going to get with that one, I think, and that just leaves. I think I'll just try the last cheesy puff. The chocolate is now kind of firming up, which is odd because I don't know why it went hard after I over microwaved it. It's probably some science involving burning it. But that's the thing, when you microwave it, you should do maybe 30-second bursts and check it, and then just 10-second bursts after that until it's just perfect. Because otherwise, yeah, this is going kind of hard now, and it's losing its adhesion. It's this cheesy puff is not achieving maximum coverage. Okie dokie, right. So yes, I'll be back shortly, and we can test them and see exactly what they taste like. Welcome back to the Scat channel, because that's what it looks like now. This just doesn't look appetising at all, particularly with its meaty interiors, but they have to be tested. So they've set now, I'm guessing, I'm trying to remember which is which. I think this is the one with a bit of chipolata in it, so I'm just going to taste that. And surprisingly, that kind of works. Because the chocolate is the overriding experience, and it makes what's inside sweeter. So let's try one of the bigger ones, because that's going to have a lot more chipolata in it. Chipolata, which clearly has pure inner chocolate adhesion. You know, I thought that was going to be terrible, and it's not bad. I would say that if you gave it to some friends, they'd probably be offended. But other than that, it's not bad at all. The processed cheese just didn't work. It was supposed to be that wafer thin after 8 mint. Oh, I've just destroyed the tortilla chip. Yeah, that's not worked. The cheese has liberated oiliness, and that's kind of messed things up. Tastes kind of salty, more than anything else. So I think this is a cheese puff, isn't it? Which has absorbed oils into it, so it's not as crispy as I was expecting. The chocolate is the overbearing, yeah, it's the overriding flavour. So that works again. It's just like a crispy textured chocolate. This is definitely going to be crispy textured chocolate. The tortilla chip has absorbed the oil in, and it's kind of gone non-crispy. So other than as a carrier for chocolate, it's not that great. Cherry. The glazed cherry can't go wrong, surely. There's still a lingering element of that taste of glazed cherries, but they taste slightly oily. But other than that, the chocolate does a good job of suppression. So actually the biggest surprise here is the chipolata is actually okay. Which is my favourite of them all. Actually, bizarrely, it's the chipolata, because it's such an interesting texture. It gives it a strange texture you wouldn't normally get in chocolates, because nobody else is really stupid enough to try dipping chipolatas in chocolate. So, yeah, you know what? Oh, that's a cherry one again. Yeah. Yeah, the chipolata actually, it works surprisingly well. If you stuck them in amongst some other chocolates, it'd be interesting to see people's reactions. I think it would have to be refrigerated, obviously, and not stored for too long. But yeah, it's interesting. It actually kind of worked okay.